Welcome, my lovely fans. I am going to discuss and chit chat now. Eager to say this is going to be a nice discussion as always. I'm always eager to get into the spirit of things, and we are going to take a look at the card. Bellator already gave picks. I will go with this later. Abubakar Nurmagomedov versus Carlston Harris. This one is fun to see. Apology. Let me see. What? Is this fight scrapped? Oh. Nurmagomedov versus Carlston Harris is scrapped. Hello, Kev. How you doing, man? Nurmagomedov versus Carlston Harris. It seems it's scrapped. Just let me see. Just don't tell me it's scrapped. No. Just don't tell me it's scrapped, please. I placed a bet on this. Shit, man. I bet on this. No. I can't believe it, man. I was looking forward to that fight. Terrible card now, except Cohen main. Yes, Cowboy curse, Vlad curse. I bet on this. I can't believe, man. I can't believe. I bet on Carlston Harris to win. Shit, man. That fight is not gonna proceed now. Okay, I'm gonna give you my bets. I'm gonna tell you all my bets. I'm gonna write all my bets. Hold on, I'm writing to you. Hold on. I'm writing. Just 1 second, please. I'm frustrated, man. Not impersonal, I'm extremely frustrated. There you go, my bets. There you go, man. JJ Aldrich versus Ariane Lipski fight starts round 3. Krylov versus Span no distance. Merab to win and Say to win. Your picks are somewhat good. Thank you, Benjo. Thank you so much. But unfortunately, Carlston Harris versus Abubakar Nurmagomedov is off. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Just sorry for this. Tyson Nam versus Bruno Silva. Nam versus Silva. Fight starts around 3 is my call. Side pick. This is 50-50 to me. Risk with Nam. Because this is 50-50 to me from what I've seen. But fight starts around 3. Thank you so much for positive thoughts. And then Tony Gravely versus Victor Henry. Victor Henry is extremely unpredictable. Tony Gravely is always fighting the same. What odds does JJ, Said, and Jan get you in accumulator? Hold on. I need to check now. 1 second. But I need to diffuse this sword. I'm confused because this fight is off. I'm like, hold on. Merab is 230. This is my strongest thought. 1.4 JJ. Let me see what else. Krylov span no distance. And let me see what else I have. Tarston is off. So I'm unsure now because we must. I had everything as a single. I had every single fight as a single, and I had the 5-pick parlay. So I'm just writing odds. Merab is 2.30 here. Very good odds for Merab to win. That is my strongest odd. I don't know now how much is that gonna be, because I just had the total score, and the total score is buried in flames because Abu Bakr is off. Gravely Henry. Gravely versus Henry, no distance. Or Henry side pick. No, Henry side pick, Gravely side pick, sorry. Gravely side pick. Henry is unpredictable. He defeated Barcelos, and to some point we might see. Henry, he's so unpredictable. Worth risking, worth trying, but I would gladly go with fight not going the distance. Gravely will go for all or nothing. JJ Aldrich versus Ariane Lipski. Aldrich versus Lipski. I bet fight starts round 3. Over 2.5 is fine, or the fight goes the distance. Side call, JJ decision. This is side call. Okay. Mario Bautista, Guido Canetti. Bautista is a heavy favorite. I didn't bet because odds are insanity. Bautista to win. Bautista to win round 2. Odds are insane for this fight. That's why I didn't bet, and I think Bautista is going to win, but to bet on minus 1,000, minus 900, it's shitty, man. Look at the odds. Just look at the odds. Minus 1,100, minus 1,000. It means Canetti has no chance. I think Bautista should be a favorite. This big favorite? Not to me. Not today. Not today for me. Which fight is next? Cedric Dumas versus Josh Fremd. Dumas versus Fremd. Fight starts around 3. Of Dumas to win. Dumas to win KO, TKO. Dumas to win KO, TKO round 3. Next. Sunsao versus Davy Grant. Grant to win. Grant to win. Grant to win decision. Lukasz Brzezski versus Carl Williams. I think Carl Williams gonna win this one. Williams versus Lucas, no distance. Carl Williams to win. Williams inside the distance. This is my next call. And of course, hold on 1 second, guys. Williams inside the distance, and that is going to be the preliminary card. No more fights in the prelims. Yeah, no more fight in the prelims. Okay. I'm going to put a timestamp. Okay, we're gonna go with the main card. Let's transition to the main card. Fine. The first fight on the main card is Vitor Petrino versus Anton Turkalj. Petrino is a better striker. Turkalj is a better grappler. I'm gonna go with Petrino versus Turkalj, no distance. I'm like Petrino KO, TKO, or Turkalj submission. These are my expectations for this upcoming fight. Side call, Petrino to win, if I must pick. Then the next one is going to be Said Nurmagomedov versus Jonathan Martinez. I have Said to win. Said to win next. Said decision. Said Nurmagomedov to win. I don't expect him to finish Jonathan Martinez. But again, you never know. I mean, he might finish the fight. But I think Martinez offers very decent submission defense. And Nurmagomedov is not that bad in striking, so this could go all the way. Ricardo Ramos versus Austin Lingo. Ramos versus Lingo. Fight starts round 3. Ramos KO TKO. Works. Yeah. Like Ramos KO TKO. Ramos is having those nasty spinning back elbows, but I think that line is a bit off. So, worth to try with Lingo. Yeah, really much worth to try with Lingo. If you want to risk, you can risk with Lingo. Like, these odds are strange to me at least. I mean, Ramos should be a better fighter, but like, why? Just this. Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. Krylov versus Spann. No distance is my bet. Krylov to win. Krylov inside the distance. Then the next call is going to be Alexander Volkov versus Alexander Romanov. I don't see Romanov dragging Volkov to the ground. Also, Alexander Romanov has better wrestling, better grappling, but it's hard to drag Volkov to the ground. It's actually very, very hard. Volkov has some of the best takedown defenses in the game. And I don't expect him to drag Volkov to the ground easily. I think this is going to be a tough mission. That's how I see it. I see it as a very, very tough mission for him. So, I almost always pick against Polish guys, and those are mostly good choices. Polish MMA is all about strength, not technique. That makes sense. That is honestly like, I usually, from Polish guys, I mostly always pick Gamrot. Mostly, not every time, but mostly pick Gamrot and mostly pick against majority of them. Hence, I didn't pick against Tibura in the match against Blago Ivanov. Romanov versus Volkov. Fight starts around 3. Volkov KO TKO. Or Romanov late finish round 3. Hard to expect. In the worst case, Romanov decision, but that's in the worst case, but I think Volkov could knock him out. Like, Romanov is too good grappling, but the problem with Romanov is the fact that he cannot fight when you don't let him grapple. Every single time he was able to grapple, but when you don't let him grapple, I mean, we've seen what happened against Juan Espino, and I'm just saying, when you don't let him grapple, he won't be able to fight properly. Then, Yan versus Merab. I bet on Merab. Merab decision. Or over 3.5. I like flying knee for Volkov during takedown attempt. Yeah, I also like that. I mean, Volkov is having excellent submission defense. And he's having excellent takedown defense. So these are basically my odds that I placed here. But now I'm going to give you some ideas for round robin. Now let me see which underdogs I pick. Yeah, okay for Volkov. Pretty much okay for Volkov. Round robin, let me see. Merab. I think he is +1, I know, if they didn't change the line. Let me just check. Span, no. What? +200 Merab? What the heck? The line is growing. Why is he such a heavy underdog? I don't get it. I mean, of course, Yan should be a favorite, but this makes no sense. Volkov to win. Okay, we can try with Volkov. +135. We can try with him. Not saying I'm gonna place that one, but Okay, Lingo, I'm gonna skip. Martinez gonna skip. Turkel Petrino is a pick'em. Fremd, no. Brzezhki, no. Auriani Lipski, no. Canetti, no. Davy Grant to win, okay. Nam is fine. Nam to win plus 165. And Gravely to win plus 115. This sounds like a solid round robin from my mind. This pretty much sounds like a solid round robin. As much as I can see. Yeah, as much as I can see, this sounds like a pretty much decent round robin call. I can at least tell you that. And from what I've seen, I have a feeling at least one of those is gonna hit. I placed a bet on Merab, so you have my bets. I will now read them one more time. JJ Aldrich versus Ariane Lipski, fight starts round 3. Krylov versus Span no distance, Merab to win, Said to win, and I had a bet on Carlston Harris, but that fight is not happening, unfortunately. I have to say that fight is not going to happen. It kind of sucks to, but that's the way it is. That is pretty much the way it is. All right, now I'm going to make you posts so you can vote. I'm going to make community guideline posts. Greatest chances of upset. Now let me see. Merab. Nam. Who else do we have? Merab, Nam, Volkov, Greveli. Other comments. All right, then we are going to give the same for the favorite. Text pool. Greatest chances to win. Jan. Bautista. Who else do we have? Jan, Bautista, Aldrich, Ramos, other comments. And then I'm going to give you my calls for the upcoming fight card. I'm going to give you my picks and predictions for the upcoming fight card only for the members. I'm going to work on that. You can also vote. And it's time to do some changes after this. Okay, one thing. Hold on. I'm going to copy the whole fight card. Okay, I'm copying the whole fight card aside of the last fight. Okay, let's start. I'm typing something for the members, so okay. Let's see. Next, Said to win. I'm writing something. No distance. Car to win or no distance. to win. Doma to win, or the fight starts round 3. Bautista to win. JJ to win, or the fight starts round 3 over 2.5. Able to win or no distance. Fight starts round 3 or none to win. Okay, just 1 second. I posted something for the members. Yeah, I posted something for the members. So just to take this off, it's a bit hot here. 1 second. 1 second, it's hot here. It's getting very hot here. All right, here I am. There we go. Vlad, what do you think of call this? How do you mean call this? Call this. Who is call this? What do you think by call this? Cody no love Garbrandt. Well, he changed his fighting style significantly, man. Not something that I was expecting on his end, but got to say, it looked pretty much amazing. We've seen a tactical Cody Garbrandt. That's not something I was expecting. I didn't expect to see a tactical version of Cody Garbrandt. Pretty much surprised me, got to say. I was pretty much surprised with his performance back then. Yeah, it pretty much shocked me a bit. Didn't expect it to go that way, you know? Excellent performance, excellent piece of play, but I haven't seen it going that way, you know? I didn't expect technical victory of Cody no love Garbrandt. I haven't seen that one coming, man. I mean, he changed his fighting style significantly. He's not rushing anymore. He's not getting over aggressive anymore. This is new version of Cody no love Garbrandt. We've got a new version of Cody no love Garbrandt. Actually, I really think it was a great victory by Cody no love Garbrandt. I really think it was an awesome victory. Really enjoyed every single second of it. Cody no love Garbrandt really did a great job. I mean, the fight was a bit boring to watch. I'm not gonna lie, the fight really was a bit boring to watch, but Cody no love Garbrandt really did an amazing job, especially in that fight. I didn't expect he was gonna win that way. He was gonna win that easily. It was a surprise for me, massive surprise. No, I got used to version of aggressive Cody Garbrandt, but we've seen a different version of Cody Garbrandt. We've actually seen a calm version of Cody Garbrandt, which to some point was a massive surprise for me. He's calm now. He's very calm now. And he's actually an intelligent fighter. His fight IQ has grown significantly. Percentage level of Dumas winning 60%. Hey, Roadrunners, how you doing, man? Yeah, percentage winning of Dumas 60%. Yeah, go ahead, proceed with questions, please. I will be live for 20 more minutes. Today I've been working all day and I'm feeling very weak, but not a problem to me. I'm always here for my fans. Just to know, I was writing something whole day. I was writing some technical article about BGG equipment, and it was really technical. It was really hard. It was really hard piece of article. So that's why I'm a bit tired. But I actually finished that article pretty much nastily. Doesn't Sunsao have a chance against Davy Grant? Hardly. Hardly. Grant is too technical. Grant is too technical, yeah. I don't see Sunsao having much of a chances against Grant because Grant is very technical. How you feel about that Valentino loss? I'm not much surprised. I was afraid because of Grasso's toughness. So I was really afraid because of Grasso's toughness. And I'm not gonna say I'm surprised. Almost won 11K, but she didn't win. No, she didn't. I'm not surprised by that loss, if that's the question. No, I'm not surprised at all. Bo Nickel looked great. He looked amazing. Great performance on the end of Bo Nickel. Very much great and amazing performance. Bo Nickel really did an amazing job. Never seen Bo Nickel looking that great. Even in Contender Series, he didn't look that great. But he is finishing everybody in the first round so far. Yeah, so far Bo Nickel is finishing everybody in the first round. I'm eager to see what's gonna happen next. I don't know with Bo Nickel what's gonna be next. Really wondering. But it could be okay, To some point, Bo Nickel could reach a status of elite contender if he learns to strike. You think Krylov is going to pull through despite having a hard weight cut? Yes. I think Krylov is going to win. But I played no distance. I played it safe for that fight. But I do believe that Krylov is going to win. I have a feeling Krylov is going to pull that out. Think he's going to pull through, yeah. He was having a hard weight cut, that's true, but last time he pulled out, I just hope he is not going to do the same over and over again. It would have been unfair, don't you think so? It would have been pretty much unfair towards his opponent. I think he can do it. But against Ryan Span, I don't see that fight going the distance. No way. No way that fight goes the distance. Simply, it's impossible for me. That fight to go the distance is like 10%. Volkov and Romanov are some of my favorite heavyweights, and I hate they're going against each other. I like Romanov's future, but I think he has to still develop a little more. He needs to learn to strike. Aside of that, he is a great fighter. Great and excellent fighter aside of that. But I hope he is going to work on his striking. I really hope he is going to improve his striking in the future. I really hope he is going to improve his striking in the future. But he is a great wrestler. Nobody can criticize his wrestling, you know that very well. His wrestling pretty much rocks. Like Romanov is having that combat sambo background, so you know why his wrestling is one of the best in the game. But against Volkov, a guy with a great takedown defense, it's not gonna be easy. It ain't not gonna be easy. You know how hard it would be. I hope he's gonna grow a bit more. It would have been great for him if he continues to grow. You know, it would have really, really been great for him, and I just hope I really hope he is going to, you know, sleep through this. I'm just hoping. I need a damn woman for a lot of money as well. You think about Valentina? Yeah, I know you placed a bet on Valentina. I know. Victor Henry looked horrible last fight. I think that Gravely has a great chance if he shows up with takedown defense. Gravely is pretty much always fighting the same. Henry is unpredictable. So it depends on how Henry is going to fight. Maybe he is going to fight amazingly. Maybe he is going to fight horribly. Like that's something I cannot anticipate. That's the fact I'm unable to anticipate. He is boxing this week. Who is boxing? There are many great fights. For example, Team Tsu is boxing. Team Tsu is boxing. I think Team Tsu is going to have great chances to win. Tony Yoka is fighting Carlos Takam. I think Tony Yoka is going to win. Aside of that, there are some minor fights. Sam Goodman, TJ Doheny, Isaac Hardman, Rowan Murdoch. Diego Pacheco versus Jack Cullen is headlining as Callum Smith versus Pavel Stepien. Not gonna happen. Tony Yoka, for me, should defeat Carlos Takam. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised Gravely gets the win. Me neither. Me neither. What are your thoughts on Canetti? He looked great last fight not too long ago, and he could have the Glover treatment, getting better with age. Oh yeah, that's why I didn't bet on that fight. I'm not that confident in Bautista. I think Bautista gonna win, but not much. Any bets this week? Yes, I had a bet on Carson Harris, and Carson Harris is out of the fight. So it kind of sucks, but these are bad. This is what happened. I have Kralov versus Span no distance. I have Merab Dvalishvili to win. I have, yeah, Canetti is good. Canetti is this weekend. And I also have, I'm gonna read my bets. JJ Aldrich versus Ariane Lipski fight starts round 3. Kralov versus Span no distance. Merab to win and Said Nurmagomedov to win. I had a bet on Carson Harris, but unfortunately, Carson Harris is out. Last 5-6, oh, Canetti is he's a heavy underdog, man, and he's getting better with ages. Canetti is fighting Bautista. Lost my bets 2 weeks in a row. Sorry to hear that, man. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's why it's called betting. Guido Canetti. Let's go, Merab. I have a bet on Merab. We'll see. Merab to win or over 3.5. I don't think Jan is going to finish him. I mean, Merab is extremely tough. We've seen that against Marlon Moraes. I'm thinking single bet either Roman over Tony Harrison decision. Plus 210. Yes, plus 200 for me, Merab. He is going against Mario Bautista, who has the speed advantage, I'm pretty sure by a lot. Yes, he has a lot of speed advantage. I can guarantee you that. His speed advantage is pretty much on point. Yeah, his speed advantage is pretty much on point. You're right about that. Jan and Romanov double. Good luck. Good luck, Kev. Karsten Harris not fighting. Yeah, Harris versus Nurmagomedov is off. I know it kinda sucks, but that fight is off. It's off from the card. Whenever I bet on something, it gets cancelled. I was considering that, but Merab might just scrape by a decision by shooting for a double leg every time Jan closes the distance. Yeah, he could go the distance. Like Merab decision is actually a nice pick to make. Jan losing would be sad. Yeah, it would be. He was robbed against Sean O'Malley, but I actually think Jan shouldn't be such a heavy favorite against Merab. I disagree with Jan being such a heavy favorite against Merab. I pretty much disagree with that. Yeah, Jan losing would be sad. I agree. It would be very sad to see Petr Jan losing that fight. It would be very, very sad. Imagine three losses in a row, man. He lost to Aljamain Sterling for the first time because of his horrible move. Then the second and the third time, Jan will light up Merab on the feet. On the feet, yes. On the feet, he's gonna light him up. That is true. He's gonna fuck him up on the feet. But if the fight gets dragged to the ground, that's gonna be a problem. Merab winning is horrible for the UFC as well, because he's not fighting Aljo. No. Yeah, he's not fighting Aljo, that's true. My locks are Davy Grant and Said. Good luck, man. I agree with both picks. I agree with both Said Nurmagomedov and Davy Grant. I agree with both picks. Yeah, I agree with both picks, got to say. Perhaps cardio is his most underrated asset. He can play the outside game on the feet and shoot takedowns nonstop for 5 rounds. 54 takedowns, man. What else can I say? 54 takedowns. He is just a master of takedowns. Yeah, real master of takedowns. That is the part of his game. Do have Yando, I think he'll pin Merab against the cage and land a nasty body shot before Merab shoots. We'll see. We're about to see that. But it's true, he could light him up on the feet. That is true. He could really light him up on the feet. Alright, guys, 5 more minutes. Shoot in with questions, please. I would stay more, but I was working all day, so. Remember Merab suplexing Simon like 3 times in the space of 10 seconds? Of course. Of course, I do remember that. It was so epic. PFL predictions coming out tomorrow. Sorry, I didn't have time today. Today and yesterday I didn't have time. Tomorrow. Tomorrow I will try to get into the spirit of things with PFL, with LFA. PFL and LFA tomorrow. If Jan got his hand raised, last two people. Yeah, last two times it was very sad for Jan. Yes, Roadrunners, PFL predictions gonna come out tomorrow and LFA predictions coming out tomorrow. No one would doubt him. Yes, no one, but against Sean O'Malley he won the fight. And they didn't like his 6 takedowns and they valued O'Malley's damage. To me it perfectly makes no sense to me, but that's the way it goes. What's your next move if he loses this fight? Cut from UFC? I don't think he's gonna get cut, but he will probably end with the promotion and move to PFL or Bellator. But I believe Bellator is having a great space for Jan or PFL. But if he loses, it's gonna be third loss in a row. I'm just saying, if he loses, he's probably going to, I think he is going to stay away from UFC. He has a bad history with UFC. Is this Dumas' debut? It is. How do you feel on him? 60% on Dumas to win. I'm giving him 60% to win. Probably. Friend is very tough, so probably distance, yeah. Probably fight goes the distance, but I have Dumas outworking him. If I must pick a side, like Dumas, but I'm still unsure about that fight and I didn't bet on it. For a reason I didn't bet on it. Leon or Usman? I think it's gonna be Leon again. I don't see Usman winning the rematch, especially because the fight takes place in London. I'm not saying Usman is done, far from done, but I just don't see Usman winning again. Don't see. I think Leon is the stylistically tough opponent for him. I think Leon doesn't match him stylistically. Plus, the fight takes place in London, and Leon likes when he has a lot of support of the crowd. So I do see Leon winning that fight. And new, let's go, says Roadrunners 51. And new, Silva finishing Nam. Nam isn't pulling through with this one. I feel as if he's mismatched. Anything is possible in that fight. I would gladly stay away from it. You see Nam beating Silva. Well, there is a chance if the fight goes the distance, but if Silva knocks him out, then no. I actually see fight starts round 3 in that fight. If Nam fights on point, I think Usman comes back stronger and corrects his mistakes. We're about to see. I'm only worried because the fight takes place in London. That's one and only thing that worries me in that fight. Alright, guys, I enjoyed this chat. Thank you so much for this. I was working all day, so I'm extremely tired. But we will see. These days, I will also have a chat with you. Tomorrow, I will try to finalize PFL and LFA predictions, and also UFC picks. And thank you for everything. You are awesome. I would stay more, but I was having a very hard day. So, catch you later.